Hello and welcome to Rollout, a role-playing stream in which today we're playing the final episode of Tales from the Loop. And I am here with Emily.
Hello.
Kieran.
Howdy.
Kath.
Hello.
And Rackham.
Hiya.
And as always, what I'm going to need is everybody to pick up 5d6, roll them, and tell me who has the least number of successes.
Oh no.
So they can recap us.
Oh no.
I've got 2 6s.
5 of them, was it?
Yep.
I have 1. It's the scariest roll of the game.
How many did you get?
Scary roll.
How many did Julie get?
I got none.
It's you.
Is it me?
It's you.
Oh, did Claire not get it?
Yeah, I got 1.
You got 1.
I got
Oh.
1.
Right. So, last session. Well, the session before that we'd found the space ball, and then it was mysteriously gone. So, team investigators, we went and tried to find where the hell the space ball had gone. And through varying means that involved at one point Scott trying to break into a van and then backing out last minute because he almost got caught. Running away very quickly. Some very creepy fake gas men lurking outside the house. And then finally breaking into the tech park late at night after convincing our parents that we had to be elsewhere. With varying degrees of success with that.
Remind me again, how did each of you inform your parents that you were going out? I'm pretty sure Ryan just kind of left.
I left in a kind of like, they're having a row, so I just kind of left in a creepy, upset way.
Creepy upset.
That's my go-to move.
Julie, when you left, how was it?
Well, when Julie initially tried to leave, that did not go well. Because her parents had noticed that there were boys turning up on the doorstep.
Yes.
And so her dad declared that it was family night and thus they needed to have a conversation. Fortunately, Julie was rescued about halfway into the talk by Claire.
And you think I'm the evil one?
How about Claire? How did she leave?
I can't remember what her fib was. It was probably go around her friends and she got away with it fairly effectively.
Okay.
I think she said she was going to go around Michelle's. I can't genuinely remember what the lie was.
Okay.
But
If we go with that.
yeah, Mother didn't care
I think it was
much.
homework based.
Yeah. Yeah. Mother didn't care a great deal.
What about Scott?
Was practicing out in the back garden and then hocked the ball over the fence and went to get it and took quite a long time getting the ball.
To get the ball. And still didn't even get the ball.
Yeah, no, I didn't find it.
And
Still in
so,
the park.
when you got to this tech park, what did you find?
We found a basement full of various rooms, various artifacts, one of which happened to have our mystery ball.
Okay.
We stole it.
But
after a
before,
brief out of body experience.
After a brief out-of-body experience for
because
Scott.
Kenny Loggins told Scott to do things.
to go into the danger zone.
Yes, the dangerous.
And so Scott had a brief excursion to the danger zone, and we now know how to get people out of the danger zone.
Yeah.
And we fixed the dog.
Yes, we fixed the dog.
Some
The
animal
dog is no
testing
longer in the
worked
danger
out.
zone.
Greg's
Because
syntax
Scott
error.
got first.
Isn't it Greg's syntax error?
Wayne.
Wayne
syntax error.
Gretzky is our dog. Best dog name.
It's a good dog.
Good dog.
Good dog.
Even if
They're
it
all good
sometimes
dogs.
sounds like my
I
cat.
think that's everything,
Well,
except for the
Yeah.
very end, which I have completely forgotten how the episode actually ended.
Claire, why don't you
unfortunately.
remind us how it ended?
Well, one of the other factors in there was an endeavour to try to get Wayne's syntax error Gretzky the care that he needed. We spoke with Claire's mum's friend. What was her name?
Susan.
Yes, Susan.
Susan MacArthur.
Yeah, who happens to work for the CHA. So that's fine. And she looked at the dog, and then she wanted to take the dog, and we said, don't take the dog. And so she's clearly in the conspiracy, because when Claire got back home, she found her mother, her mum's good friend Susan, and I think 2 mysterious suited gents.
A mysterious suited gent.
One. Okay, well that's fine then.
With
all sat
the
around.
with a small tag on his suit for the MacArthur Applied Technology Park, where you
crap.
had just recently.
Broken into.
Explored.
We're in and out of there like ghosts. I don't know.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't know how they could have
Fine.
failed to notice.
And
How
I've
they
got
could have
the spare.
noticed.
I've got the friggin' spare. I remember
You do.
I went upstairs and I hid it
You've
under
hidden
my
it under your bed.
which is the most safe hiding place of all time, and have now gone back downstairs to find this.
Good thing you did it that way around.
Yeah, like it's a small mercy.
But it is a mercy.
Susan says, Claire, it's good to see you. I wanted to have a brief chat if that's okay with you.
Yeah. Oh, sure, Susan. I mean, I'm a little tired with the homework, but is it important?
The gentleman leans forward and says, "Please, Susan, sit down. I think I've just been introducing myself to your mother here. My name is James Fitzgerald. I am the manager of the MacArthur Technology Park. Please,
Okay.
please, take a seat."
I said.
Your mother, at this point, she's not very. A lot of the time, she can either be too upfront, too kind of hands-on with you, or she's far too hands-off. This time, she's sitting there and she's sat next to you, and she just kind of places the tips of her fingers on your hands, while looking at the gentleman, who says, "We understand that you've been interacting a lot with a canine recently, a dog that you came into contact with."
Oh yeah, Scott's dog.
Susan says, "Claire, where exactly did you pick up that dog?"
I didn't. I wasn't there.
We believe that the dog may have come into contact with a dangerous substance. This gentleman here has been advising me of it. We're slightly worried that you may have been contaminated in some way by it.
Oh. What sort of substance? What sort of thing?
Well, we believe that the dog was quite close to. Well, you describe it. And the man, still leaning forward, says, "We have recently come into acquisition of a technological device from one of the Japanese groups. We were transporting it here to the New Hawthorne laboratory, and it fell off our truck, unfortunately, over the M25, where it landed in a field. We believe this dog to have come into contact with it. The device itself is highly, highly radioactive, and there is every chance that something may have rubbed off onto the dog, and then rubbed off onto you. How have you been feeling okay recently? Have you had any strange experiences? Almost like they've been described as like out-of-body experiences, lightheadedness, that kind of thing.
No, nothing like that.
What about your friend Michelle?
She seemed fine.
She was who you were with earlier today, yes?
Yeah.
Your mother says, Claire, I phoned Michelle earlier. You didn't go around her house, did you?
Okay, no.
Where were you, Claire?
I was with Scott.
At Scott's house?
No, he kind of snuck out.
Oh, I see. Scott is a boy from the school, and Susan gets the look of. Oh, yes, the boy. She was there with a number of her friends earlier. I'm sorry, I should have said. And the man in the suit. And did all of these people come into contact with the dog?
Well, yeah, we were there for a bit to see what was up with the dog. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention on who was.
Where is this dog now?
I'm not sure, actually. I last saw it like not long after you left.
With Scott.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to have to visit your friend Scott, and if there's anything else that you feel you need to inform us of, just tell your mother. She'll pass along the information.
Okay.
Are you sure there's nothing else you feel you need to tell us?
No, nothing's been weird.
Well, if that's the case, as I said, if you begin to feel lightheaded or anything like that, please let us know.
Okay.
Mrs. Blake, and he goes to get up. Susan, just... Susan says, Claire, just let me know if you need anything.
Of course. No, I will. And if anyone mentions anything about feeling weird, like, that's why we asked you to help with the dog. We thought you'd be able to help.
Do you need any other supplies? The dog was not at its best.
I don't really know. You handed over what you did. As I say, I've not seen the dog.
Okay. She says goodbye to your mother, and they exchange very brief pleasantries of, we should go for coffee soon, that kind of thing. And then they're excused. Your mother takes them to the door, and they leave. Your mother turns around.
That's the face of someone who isn't angry, they're disappointed.
Disappointed. Very disappointed.
It's not like that, Mum.
I'm sure it isn't.
His sister's in hospital. I'm just trying to help.
That's not why I'm disappointed. Can you not guess why I'm disappointed, Claire?
Because I didn't tell the truth?
Claire Blake, you lied to me. I thought that we at least told each other the truth in this family. Go to your room. I expect you to be getting on with your homework. And when your father gets in, we'll have another discussion.
Okay. Go.
Yep. How about the rest of you? What are the rest of you doing right now? Do any of you want to describe a scene?
Is Scott taking the dog home, aren't you, Scott?
I think so, yeah. Now that it's awake. I think it would probably make sense for Scott to have taken it back home.
So when you take this dog home, your parents. There is a. I'm going to describe the scene of you going home and being like, "Mom, Dad," like kind of letting your parents know you're home, and just going up into your bedroom, and then they hear they hear a woof and just look at each other, and they just get on with what they're doing for now. So do you do anything with the dog in your room? Like, do you make it a little bed, or what do you do?
Yeah, I think I'd probably make a little space in the side of the room. Maybe try to find something to make a some kind of collar, or like an old bandana or something, tie it around its neck to make it look a little bit more yeah. As if it is owned by a person.
What's on the bandana?
Ooh, it's got to be Edmonton Oilers.
Okay. Claire, unless anybody else wants to do anything else. Okay. Claire, you go up to your room, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do?
For the moment, I'm probably going to stay put. I'm going to go through my room to try to find a slightly better hiding place. But right now, trying to smuggle it out my room is probably going to be more dangerous.
Okay.
So that's it. It's going to be trying to find a different hiding place. Like in old stuff which hasn't been used in a while kind of pile.
Do you have, like, in your wardrobe, is it basically the bottom
right
of it just filled with,
It's going to be buried in the middle of that. The backpack will go buried in that. And then I'm going to, probably do some homework. In the age of ancient 80s, we can't actually, I can't warn anyone with mobile phones. I'm not trying to sneak out, so...
Yeah, okay. In that case, again, unless anybody has anything they would like to do, we're going to skip to tomorrow, the walk to school. How at this point in your burgeoning friendships, how does this work? Does anybody wait for anyone?
I imagine that whichever of Julie or Ryan leaves the house first waits for the other one.
Yeah, Ryan's awake first now. It's only like I know my parents want to shout at me, so I want to be awake especially early. So I'm out. I might have even gone to if Scott. I've maybe even knocked on Scott's door to say, you need to walk the dog. That's what people do. I've seen this on television. So to insist that Scott walks the dog. So there might be a dog walk early in the morning.
This could
work.
work.
Then I'm just sort of,
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll just sort of stand on the street corner like a very weird, towering 12-year-old. Waiting for Julie to emerge.
Okay. Claire actually emerges first.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have the item on you?
No, I was thinking about that and I still not sure.
Forced down between the textbooks? No, okay.
Yeah, no. It's quite big, isn't it?
It's about the size of a
bowling ball.
Yeah, I'm not carrying that as well. I can smuggle it out later.
If only one of you had gym bags or some sort of sports paraphernalia.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, but where else is Wayne Tex Eric Gretzky gonna go?
Well, the dog's gonna walk. Yeah,
but you've got to smuggle him out the house.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Okay, so yeah,
Into the hockey bag.
Into the hockey bag with you. With all the stuff. Slowly carrying that out down the stairs.
Your father sees you. I didn't know it was a hockey day today. Are you doing extra practice?
Yeah, I figure I gotta focus myself, you know? Times like these, keep my mind occupied.
Okay, good. We're gonna go and visit your sister this evening. Do you wanna come along?
Yeah. What kind of time?
Around 7 o'clock. So you'll come home. We'll get back from work and then we'll drive you over.
Okay. How far is the hospital from school?
It's like, from school, it's probably 20-25 minutes walk. It's not very far at all from your home. It's maybe 10-minute drive. Like, you could easily go there now.
Yeah, I mean, I could meet you there. She's got some other friends that will probably want to see her as well, if that's okay.
Okay, that sounds good. We'll see you there. About 7:15.
Okay, cool. I'll see you then.
And he doesn't bother you about the. There's probably like just as you leave the door, like a little tail comes out the end of the thing and starts wagging. Outside is Ryan, and did I say that Claire had left?
Yeah, you said Claire
Yeah.
arrived.
Yeah.
First.
Julie, how is after the not discussions that happened the day before? How is the home life? Describe a scene.
So, yeah, for the most part, the morning routine's probably still fairly normal. Julie comes out for breakfast and all that jazz. There's probably just a kind of an undercurrent of awkwardness, I suppose, in the house, mostly between Julie and her dad, because that's who she was getting the talk from. And because that wasn't finished, there's just a sense of, oh no, there's still more to come at some point. It's not now, but at some point.
Your mother walks over and says, Julie, your father and I have had a chat. At some point, I'm going to finish that conversation with you rather than your father. I think that would be best.
Yeah.
So, how is school anyway? I mean, we've heard that one of your friends has their sister's been hurt.
Oh yeah, Scott. His sister's not very well at the minute. She's in the hospital.
And this Ryan boy, what's he like? Is he a good sort?
Yeah, no, Ryan's amazing. He started up the sci-fi club.
She mouths the word to your dad of amazing.
He probably doesn't notice. But yeah, so he's started up a sci-fi club at school. So we're going to find other people that are interested in science fiction and fantasy and robots and computers and stuff.
Your mother walks over to you and just draws you into like a one-armed hug and just holds you close for a few seconds and is like, you enjoy school. Okay. So Julie is the last to emerge from the household.
I was wanted to. Now that Julie is here, I can explain my clever plan. I didn't want to say it when merely Claire was here, because I know Claire will not approve. I'm deliberately not looking at Claire as I'm saying this. As in, I do not wish to have the energy sapped from this plan, and I'm not sure Scott will completely understand the science fiction tropes I am playing with. Tropes is not a 1980s word, sorry. Julie, what we should do is immediately go to take the bowling ball, the magic bowling ball, and then go to the hospital, and anyone who tries to stop us, touch the bowling ball on them, and then they fall asleep, and then we just carry on
until we
until
get them on the way back.
Yes, and then we release everyone on the way out. We get a big pair of gloves, and we can just do this.
Yes.
What could possibly go wrong?
I'm on board.
So, is Claire doing the face? I'm not looking at Claire.
Yeah, that's the face. That's not a terrible idea. Especially, I'll have to go back and get it, especially considering when I got home, Susan was there with a guy in a suit from MacArthur Technologies, and they were asking about the dog.
I know
they know, so maybe we should act fast.
That sounds like a good idea.
That sounds like a really good plan.
Okay, I'm going
Claire,
I'm gonna go get
You
your
impressed
bowling
me. Welcome to the whirlpool. That is us.
ball. I'm gonna go get the bowling ball. I'm gonna return to
I think
the house.
I'll give her the duffel bag that had the dog in it.
Yep. Dog has emerged.
I will nip back into the house under the pretext of forgot a textbook.
Yeah.
Emerge.
You
Can I
have.
run and get a pair of heavy gloves from like the garden or something?
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
garden
You
gloves?
you can have some heavy gloves on you quite easily.
Cool.
So you're just going to go straight to the thing now, or are you going to wait till the evening?
We might be bunking off.
Are you
we
going to skip
bunking
school?
off? I think we're bunking.
Are we?
Yeah.
Are we?
I think we're bunking.
Scott Marsh has stopped his face.
Oh,
Back.
Oh, he's back. Or is he? Yep. Okay, we're all good.
So Scott briefly disappears to give the dog a quick walk around the block.
Yes.
While we kind of go, are we doing this? Yeah, we're doing this. Fine.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it would be bad to leave Scott's sister unconscious
Very
anymore.
stressful time. I agree with that.
okay.
Okay,
Yes. And
so-
if they know,
No.
then
Do
Let's not rush this ending.
yeah? Do you just walk there, or how? I mean, are we going for classic '80s bikes, or are you... do you have
we
bikes?
could bike there.
Yeah,
We should probably bike there.
Yeah. Or classic 80s everyone. We're young enough to get children's fares, aren't we?
Yes,
Classic children's cheap bus ride.
sure.
Feels a bit more authentically British.
it's a 7-year-old just piling on the bus.
A few,
Trying to hope that
Wait
the
till
driver
our
doesn't
station.
tell our parents that we're bunking off school.
a few of the a couple of the old ladies on the bus give you all like a quizzical look as you get on and head further away from the school, for which you probably are wearing a uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Claire, give me any colour.
Red.
Ryan, give me a second colour.
Turquoise.
That is the colour of your blazer and tie.
Hot.
I've
Oh.
encountered worse
Oh.
in real life.
Oh,
There's one in Edinburgh that's pink and brown.
Yeah,
turquoise.
we had brown and yellow. It was
That sounds vile.
yeah.
Oh.
Just so you're aware, Scott, you're fading in and out of internet. I don't know if there's something you can do, but we're going to continue.
Yes, that's fair.
Cool. So you get to the building. The entrance to it is a sort of lowering, like you see a road at the front entrance where there is a lowering barrier and a small, almost like a little guard sentry. The person there is wearing the outfit of a security guard. Basically, they like that suit. Not suit. Sorry, they're wearing a shirt and tie, little badge, and a badge for the CHA. And the thing is, there's no fences or anything like that. It's just this building is right next to the motorway, going to the side of it. The motorway stands quite tall, and you can hear vehicles over the top of it. And there is a major road that runs by the health authority building, which goes underneath the M25 and continues through town.
As we go, sorry,
Yeah,
I
go
have
on.
an idea for something to do on the way. The backpack, the original backpack we put the sphere into, because presumably we emptied the sphere into the sports bag. I want to look for rocks along the way and start filling that thing up to be approximately as heavy as it is with the bowling ball in it. So we
Okay.
have a decoy backpack,
You can use mine if you want.
Sure.
just in
Like
case.
Indiana Jones with the sand.
Just in case we need to.
Run away from a boulder.
Yes, that was the plan.
That. Yep.
See, Claire, you're into the adventure thing now. We can
Yeah.
expect a boulder at some point.
It's true.
Okay, I hope that
Could
plan
be
isn't
the
useful
whole
for
place
the
could
boulder.
be booby trapped, and we
Yes.
might need a bag of rocks to fool the traps, or to
Okay.
set them off before we go through it.
Okay, so yeah, you have a backpack full of rocks and a sports bag with a bowling ball shaped sphere in it, and
gloves.
and gloves.
And we still have the dog, presumably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, does anyone have a basket on their bike?
Oh, we're on the bus.
you,
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
We got on the bus, and
The-
there are disapproving old
Convenient.
ladies on the bus.
the bus doesn't have a basket.
Oh,
The building itself is actually a series of small buildings, 3 smaller buildings, and one of which mostly seems to be offices. And you can see from the outside that one of them, that it is so. The other 2 are squat buildings, 1 floor in them, but they appear to both have an entrance facing the main entrance to this campus, as it were. The like on all sides there are residences and other buildings. It's not like it's on its own in the middle of nowhere like the other one.
So, do we know where we're going in there?
I'm guessing not the offices, because that's not a hospital-y bit.
Scott, can you just ask? Does that make sense? I mean, surely you're
Yeah.
allowed to come here.
Yeah, they,
I'm here to visit my sister.
I think that definitely makes sense. Hopefully they won't turn me away, but at least they might point me in the right direction. So I guess we're gonna stroll right up to the door.
Yeah, you do you go up to the sort of guard posty thing and ask there, or there
I think that would make-
are general people kind of walking around, a couple of them in sort of lab coat looking things, and others in shirt and tie.
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna look really out of place here.
We're all going to look really out of place.
I think I don't know if everyone should come for the asking, because
If
if
I say, yeah, we should definitely hide. I think we should hide in
Yeah.
a bush.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Do you want to keep the bowling ball on you to zap them, if you gotta?
if you need to.
No, he
I
might-
think you
he-
should.
He might be overpowered.
So
Yeah.
we should
Or-
have it and be ready to sneak up on them with it.
Yes. If we lose Scott, we can then rescue him.
Yeah.
That's a better plan.
okay. So you and you'll need to look after Wayne syntax error.
At which point the dog barks at you when you say its voice. It says name.
Yeah, he knows.
No.
I think he likes it.
Oh,
I
you
think he
a good
likes
dog.
his name.
Okay, so you go up to this guard post. Hello, is this a work experience day?
No, I'm here for to visit a relative who's here.
Yes. The can I ask who you're visiting? He kind of flips open a thing.
Wendy Marsh.
Kind of flips back, and then looks to the side and like grabs a post-it from the thing. Glances. The Marsh family, of course. Yes. That would be Ward 2, the one over there. He points to one of the 2 wards. There's. I think there's. I don't believe it's visiting hours just yet, so I'm not sure if you want to.
Okay,
come back.
no, it's yeah. I can come back later. That's fine. It was when I come back. It's that one over there, right?
Yes. And visiting hours are from 12 until 9. You should be able to come back
Thank you very much, good sir.
after school. I'm assuming you're coming from school, yes?
Yeah, I will be. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I won't be on duty then, but just tell the woman who's on duty then that you're here to see your looks at the post-it, your sister, and she'll let you in.
Okay. Sorry. What was your name? In case I need to tell the other security guard.
Jeff
Thank you. Thanks, Jeff. I'll come back later.
nods at you, and then sits down, opens a copy of The People.
So back to the bushes I go.
We're
He-
sort of peeking out the bush.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to have noticed the tops of heads sticking out of.
Yeah. So apparently the ward is that way.
Okay.
Old security guard Jeff has shown us where to go, but it's not visiting hours yet. So if we get seen, that's probably not going to be a good thing.
When are visiting hours?
From 12 until 9. Short-term memory.
So either we push on in, or
Or
we just
we wait a few hours.
Wait for 2 hours in a bush.
We could
Julia reaches into her backpack and pulls out a book.
Yeah.
we could draw some maps and plans. We need to come up with a game plan. Start
I thought
drawing
the
out in the
Plan
sand.
was we go in and
Yeah.
hit them with the bowling ball if they try to stop us.
Well, I approve how much you embrace this plan of mine.
I don't think it's just that complicated.
Right, yeah. Simple plans are good plans. I think all the heroes that really do things properly make it up as they go along, but you know.
Well, my worry would be us trying to hide it at school, and if Susan and the others are onto us, so that's why I agree with us doing this as soon as possible. At least us hiding somewhere that's not school is pretty good. Although
That-
they might suspect us being here.
There are a number of sort of abandoned areas between a number of the buildings around here. Like, you go behind one residence and there might be a small area of green that just hasn't been built on because it's not close enough to a road or similar.
How far is it to the computer game shop, Sid's? From here?
It's about the same distance as to school, so it's a 20 minutes walk back towards the where you came from. So you could pop down there for
So
a
we
short
could
time.
go hide at Sid's for an hour and a half and then
That's
come
probably
back.
good. Though we think they might know about SIDS.
That's
the
true.
last time,
The gas man was outside Sid's.
Yeah,
Or the not gas man.
that's my worry. If
Do
they're
they
looking
know
for
about the
some...
back room?
Sure, they might not.
He was watching the front when you were there before.
My worry is if they're going to look for school and we're not there.
They're
then
going to start
SIDS-
looking for other places that they know where we might go.
Yeah,
But they don't.
I mean,
I don't think they saw all of us, and not all of us go there, so they'd only look for Ryan there, and I don't think they really know that Ryan's involved. It's mostly you two, and you two would never be in a computer shop.
although Susan did see all 4 of us. Susan saw all 4 of us and they followed us to the computer shop.
And I did shout at that BBC man, so I'm not even going to be entirely innocuous. I'm kind of loud.
You're also tall.
I am very and fast, surprisingly fast.
Impressively fast.
Thank you, Scott.
Well, that's the problem with bunking off. Either you stay on the move and risk being found, or you stay in one place and risk being found.
I've
Maybe
also just
Sid.
thought maybe we definitely shouldn't stay in this bush.
No. So maybe we,
Not
maybe we
just because it's a bush, but also because Susan works here, doesn't she? Not
Susan
in the bush.
works in a bus.
Yeah, we should probably.
As far
go
as
to
I know, she
Sid's.
doesn't work in the bush, but she
No, I
works
don't
at
think
the
so.
place.
She does work at the CHA. We should probably go to Sid's, or at least we can go there for now.
We should definitely go to somewhere that's not here, just in case she spots us
Yeah.
when she's coming into work, and then finds out that we're not at school.
Okay, so Sid's.
You approach Sid's. I'm assuming you approach from the alleyway rather than.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not the front.
Could I get a check from you? What is it? Actually, no. There's not going to be a check. You do sort of notice on the way in that like you see the edge of a of a van out the end of the alleyway.
Mm.
You're fairly sure that it, like, when you just go into the door here, you can't see the cabin, so you don't think they know you're in here, but there's definitely someone outside. In the same kind of white van.
Is it definitely the same one? Because Scott drew on the other van.
That's a very good point.
Checked to confirm that.
Yeah, do you go around, like, because there were
Oh,
two
just kind of
alleyway things. You
peek round the corner and have a look.
you peeking around the corner, you see a red mark just under the door handle where Scott put it before.
Scuttle back out into the
Been
alleyway.
compromised.
It's their van.
That's not necessarily too bad if they're up front. I mean, if they don't know about the back, then we're kind of hiding right under their noses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah,
They might...
exactly.
You know that bit in ET though, where they put on suits and come into the house. They could do that any minute. We should be careful.
Yeah.
When that's surprisingly scary for a U-rated movie.
That would really scupper our plans if they're wearing those suits.
That would
That-
do.
That really
It
would.
would. That's true. Anyone who's coming to get that thing might be ready like that.
Yeah.
I mean, people who are just in our way, but people who are expecting
Expecting
ball.
bowling ball.
Yeah.
they're going to be ready.
Mm.
We could just hit them with it.
It is heavy, and it is a bowling ball.
Yeah.
So I just love the idea of this children attacking.
I've just got this mental image of a corridor full of goons in suits and us literally bowling.
I love the idea of, like, this guy comes around the corner in a big thick suit, and you look at the bowling ball and look at them and look at the bowling ball. Oh, screw it. Clonk! Okay, so you're in this in Sid's shop. As soon as you open the door and step in, you hear Sid from the front just go, "Hey, Ryan."
Ryan. Hi, Sid. We're working on a project. I say
We're working on a project. Sure.
it's a school project. Don't worry, it'll be over soon.
I worked on plenty of school projects when I was your age. You don't need to.
I said he's actually my
Your anchor.
what's it called? He's my anchor, and I'm upset. Is it worth trying to do a scene? Or
Do you want to describe to me a scene?
I sort of go and I start trying to talk. Like I hide everyone in the back like this, and I'm still kind of quite upset by all this because I'm kind of angry. Be quiet. Make Wayne Gretzky keep quiet. Everything's gonna be okay. I walk in there. You know, Sid, it's a problem that I'm really excited by the conversion of R-Type, and I'm like, the problem is, what if it's not any good? Once this conversion comes out, it's this. I've been hoping for so long for a good C64 conversion of R-Type, and what if it's not good? What happens if it just turns out really bad? How do you deal with that kind of emotion, Sid?
Ryan, the thing is that they have been converting games since they started. There are plenty of them, and I'm sure they're going to keep going into the future. And maybe the next one won't be fantastic, but the one after that, maybe that'll be better. I didn't... when I was younger, I can't even remember what it was now. There was something... Someone made a game and put the code... just a few years back, they put all the code onto into a magazine. I copied it out, and it was really fun. And then I saw that a company had picked it up shortly afterwards. It wasn't great. It didn't have any of the soul of the original. But you have to remember that original never goes away. You can always go back to it. These computers like this, are going to be around forever.
But I'm just really worried the Spectrum conversion will be better than the Commodore 64 conversion, and that kind of shame is not sure I can deal with. But I'm going to try. You know, I've just got to try to think about it. It's a conversion. It is what it is.
Ryan, you're a very smart kid. I'm sure you'll find a way to make it what you want it to be.
Okay.
Or maybe, tell you what, come in next week, and I'll teach you a little bit of programming to... I saw a thing on how to get more images moving around the screen and how to start programming that. Maybe we could go over that together. Maybe we could start making our own game.
Oh wow, I can do some interrupts, and I've been trying to do assembly, but it's really hard. I'm a big Jeff Minter fan. Thank you so much, Sid.
Tell you what, I'm gonna set up in the back room there. I'll set up R-Type for you now. If you want to have a play of it,
That'd be great. Thank you, Sid. Thank you so much. My friends will love R-Type, but I'll have to explain it to them.
Okay. He gets up and goes to the back room and sets up a. You're gonna actually have to help me, Kieran. What is
I was thinking that. Oh.
I believe we're talking about a Commodore 64 conversion.
Yeah.
So, whatever that is, so just a C64 on tape will be fine.
Okay, yeah, sure. He sets up that on the big thick TV that's in the back room.
So the thing is, it's called R-Type, but you have to type other keys other than R. In fact, you can play it with a joystick and you don't have to type anything at all. Games are weird, kids.
It's called R-Type then.
I just don't know. There's a story attached that I put to this paragraph of text, but I just don't read that stuff.
What sport is it based on?
Why is there a giant worm on the front?
Who can tell? The thing is, no one plays games for the story. Like, no one really cares about story in games. That's the thing we all remember. And I sit there, happily starting to shoot my blast off and against the evil Bido Empire. I know too much about R-Type.
That's amazing.
Okay.
When you said that, were you saying that as Ryan or as Kieran?
Please. No. Right, sorry, Ryan's very excitedly blasting. Ryan is very much into blasting in his games.
Okay. You can definitely remove the upset condition from yourself.
Hey, thank you.
That's beautiful.
The sad thing, actually, I do know the plot of R-Type.
Okay. Is there anything else that anybody wants to do during this scene? Aside from shake their head at Ryan.
Or be really enthusiastic about
Oh, yes, it's true.
whatever's going on.
Sorry, Scott.
I was just gonna say, I'm wondering if there's anything that we could be doing in preparation for going in there from here.
Get more pairs of gloves.
You are surrounded by many computer parts, or there is a stationery cupboard here. Like, if you think of something that is reasonable to be in a shop somewhere, Sid will lend it to Ryan.
Wire cutters?
Sure.
Yeah, that's a good one. See, a fire alarm and a match.
That's good.
Sure.
Traction.
Who's going to carry the fire alarm?
I don't mind. Who's gonna? I don't think it should be me. Because I feel like
We might need you to make a run down a corridor with a bowling ball.
I feel
Yeah,
I feel like I'm gonna be a distraction in myself.
Okay,
Because
so
Yeah.
be there.
Well, I'm probably the most techie. I can do some wiring and stuff. And watch out.
Yeah.
This is how you deal with the actual end of level boss, I say, in between collecting stuff.
Cool. Right. After it turns to midday, I'm assuming the camera goes back to outside, and one by one you slip out the alleyway and arrive back at the building. Back at the...
Is the van still outside when we go?
Yeah, it doesn't seem to have moved.
Okay, that's good.
Mine is now on the first.
And
Also not tracking the dog.
Yeah, I think they're tracking the dog, but Claire would think of that.
You wouldn't betray us like that.
Wayne, no.
Wayne, how could you?
It's
Yeah,
like he hasn't. It's fine.
the dog gets out of sight and is like, yeah, they're in the shop.
Beating the
Wayne
ball
sounds like Clara Gretzky.
So you arrive back at the campus, and the security guard just kind of waves at Scott as he goes past. You see him kind of narrow furrow his brow as the rest of you go past, but he doesn't really react.
Looked like we belong here.
Yeah.
As a bunch
Nothing
of...
weird about us.
Yeah.
And you make your way to the second ward. Outside, there is a sort of, what's it called? There is someone behind a glass thing on the outside of the building, with the main door to their side. Do you approach the sort of, it's almost like a bank teller, cashier kind of thing.
That's why we try to act natural straight towards the door.
Yeah.
You head towards the main door and you try and push it open, and it appears to be locked.
Turn around and say, "Sorry, this door appears to be locked."
I can't believe we did crack the locked doors into our plan.
Yes,
I thought it would be open now.
I'm very sorry. It's opening times, but we've had to have a lockdown on the ward. I'm afraid there's been we think something has been released. I'm not even allowed out of this office right now. I'm meant to stay here for the next few hours, and then they might start to let us out.
Scott, break the window with the bowling ball.
How loudly do you say that?
I'm doing it like this.
I was looking for keys, like on her.
Yeah.
She's on the other side of the glass panel thing.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Can Claire lie us in?
What lie could I possibly tell?
We're the emergency specialists.
You've got the blazers for it and everything.
Yeah.
Response Team Alpha, we're here to sort out the problem.
You have seen that there are other entrances and windows and so forth around the building. However, I mean, this is the main entrance, the least suspicious of the entryways.
We can come back later.
Window.
How about later? We definitely won't break in.
So they'll probably let those of us working here out, but I think they're going to keep the ward on lockdown for the next couple of days. Two of the people who were affected by the drug recently, they're not with us anymore.
Who were they?
A look of kind of realization comes over her face. Oh, you weren't their friends, were you? Valerie and Aisha. I'm very sorry if they were. Oh, I shouldn't have said anything. I'm sorry.
Do we know Valerie and Aisha?
They were the two people who had previously, it has been suggested, fallen prey to F. They were also found along the canal.
How sincere? How genuine does she seem?
Can you give me a empathize
I
check?
am still upset. I keep forgetting that. And we've gone nowhere near school for my anger. And that's still 2 successes. What the hell? I rolled 3
Party
dice. 2 6s.
You get a total of 3 questions.
Is she sincere? Is she telling the truth as she sees it, that they are dead?
She's not giving anything away. If
difficult.
She appears sincere.
Sorry. She appears sincere. How informed does she seem? I.e., does she seem as if she's talking from some sort of first-hand perspective, or as if she's being told? Like, is this kind of repeating from rote, or is this the kind of like relaying of someone who's seen this shit now?
She thinks she's been. You get the feeling that she has been told by someone else.
Okay.
She doesn't seem like the kind of person who deals with. She's a receptionist here.
Yeah. I don't think I have a third question of what I could possibly discern from that. So yeah, we're good. I think. Unless anyone has any scintillating ideas.
Her favourite colour is fuchsia.
Wonderful. Mine is red and turquoise.
Team colours.
Go team.
School pride. Right, mate.
Okay.
We should come back later.
Yeah, we'll come
Even
back.
if it's a few days.
Yeah.
Yes.
That. Yeah.
I'm very
No.
sorry if their parents will be along later, and I'm sure the bodies will be released to them just as soon as they're checked over for any further toxins.
Okay.
Further toxins.
Okay.
We'll be back later then.
Okay.
We will leave from the traumatizing receptionist.
The sort of
Scott,
sideways
Julie,
shuffle.
can you comfort Claire, please?
Claire is already upset, isn't she?
Yeah, I'm already upset.
This isn't going to help.
No.
I think if I just said the thing, I'll probably say the wrong thing to Claire about her friends being dead.
I don't know what to say about friends being dead.
I don't know if they are.
Okay.
We don't know
Okay.
that.
That's true.
Yeah,
don't know
these
that.
people have been known to lie about stuff.
They lie all the time.
Yes,
They are liars. Hate them.
they are liars.
And she's just a receptionist, so like,
So she
I think-
might not even know.
yeah, I think she meant it, but she's probably the reception. You don't bring the receptionist into the conspiracy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of crazy stuff going on here.
We don't know. It could be fine. It could be fine. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe they're just trying to do like whatever they're doing with these people. We don't know why they're
They're
doing
trying to
this.
scare us
people.
away.
Yeah.
So they
Maybe.
just said 2 names of people from our school. We're wearing our uniforms. They're trying to scare.
The
But
last time I went to the dentist, the receptionist said the doctor wasn't available, but in fact he was having a cigarette out back. I saw. Receptionists lie all the time.
they do. They lie all the time.
There we go.
Also, if she's not lying, then we might not have much time.
Yes, I agree too.
So, window? Because I don't think the doors are going to be that open. Or we can check the other doors, if there are any.
We
But
should
I
try
think
to
a
find
window's
them as
more
well.
likely.
We check doors.
After we've dealt with Wendy, we
There'll
should
be more than
Yes.
Wendy in there. We need to find everyone.
Yes.
And I've got a bag of rocks.
Okay.
You intend to use them.
So there are people kind of going back and forth between the different wards, and you can see a few people standing by the fence on the outside who are just having a cheeky fag. So are you trying to kind of sneak around the back, or are you just brazenly walking around, or what exactly are you doing here?
We should probably try to sneak for as long as is possible.
And then when we're spotted, act like we're supposed to be here.
And if that fails, hit them
we're
with a
here
bowling
to
ball.
save the day.
Okay.
Or rocks.
So
We
are
might
the
have
people
to go in
smoking
two
from a
directions
different?
at once.
Are the people smoking from the different building? Yeah, because that's not the building on lockdown.
It looks like there's kind of a smoking area that a few
Okay,
people
okay.
have gone to. And there are quite a few sort of bushes and trees, and there's like a small what's it called, like bike shed and stuff like that. There are a fair few places. I mean, I'm not expecting you to stack up and quickly shift from one place to another, but you can.
But we might do that anyway.
But would you like to describe how you are trying to sneak from place to place, or how you do anything to make yourself look less shifty?
Yeah, if there's not cover, we just have to go with walking like we know where we're going, even if we're a bunch of 11-year-olds in school uniforms.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it sounds like there is some cover, so
Yeah.
I think if we walk confidently between
the bits of cover.
things, yeah.
Could we pick up a box and pretend to be delivering it to somebody?
Yeah, at the very least we can maybe look a bit like we're on.
That was supposed
Work
to. That we're doing
experience.
something.
Yeah.
Work
You got it.
experience.
So, okay, we could be work experience for Jeff, the security guard, and we're on patrol.
Yeah.
Do we know someone who works here? We know that Claire's mum's friend. Does she
Susan,
work
I don't
we've
want to mention Susan unless
No,
unless that's
they
a
might
real
ask.
emergency. They might call her.
Yeah.
I can at least say the name of the security guard.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
the
no, Jeff the security guard will do.
And then we always have the bowling ball.
Yeah.
If it all
And the
goes
bag
well.
of rocks. And a variety of other things.
And so you attempt to confidently make your way around the side of the building. Nobody stops you.
That's almost more worrying.
No. That there was an ellipsis at the end of that.
Okay.
Until you come around the corner at the back of the building, where you see the back door appears to be open. There is a sort of plastic sheeting in a tent over what looks to be the back door.
BT thing.
And
BT thing that Ryan was talking about.
a few people, 3 people, are getting into hazmat suits in the back. One of them looks up at you all coming around the corner. They're just kind of washing their hands in a long sink that has been set up around the back. You shouldn't be around here.
So I'm going to tap Ryan and say, what did the kids do in AT?
They got captured by the government.
Let's not do that then.
We're on work experience.
Claire,
Yeah.
give me a charm check.
I'm glad Claire said this first.
It's gonna be fine.
Can I say that I am as disturbed as anybody else when I see something that might happen. Like Ryan's desperately disturbed by his really dumb ideas are coming true, because none of all his dumb ideas are going to come true.
I'm gonna burn some luck.
I was going to say you've got luck on pride, or
Can't really. No, pride isn't quite. Pride. So luck resets every session. I used it ages ago.
You can take a condition and to re-roll them all. You can luck them out, or you can use your pride.
Oh yeah, no, I've got luck. I've got still like 2 points of luck spare, but I burned one in the very first session. Does it reset, or is it campaign?
It re-rolls per mystery. Just for record, if you want to take a condition, it has to be a condition that makes sense. You can't be like, we're in work experience. Shit. Slash.
I take failure really hard. No, I'll burn another point of luck.
Okay.
That's 2 successes. Yes.
Okay. In that case, you is that all you say? We're a work experience.
But Jeff, the security guard. Wait, he asked us to bring this around. But maybe this isn't the right time.
We can come back later if now's not good.
Sure. No. Put it round the back of the van over there. Do you know what it is?
No.
Okay. Yeah, round the back of the You can see that the other two people in hazmat suits are like they just put on the oversized helmet and walk through the plastic sheeting.
Ooh.
This could be a problem.
I've had another idea.
Is it called we all wear hazmat suits?
Is it called use the dog as a distraction?
It is called tie the fire alarm to the dog.
We could do all of these
We
ideas
could
at
do all
once.
of these things.
Yeah.
Everyone is really into the spirit of this adventure now, and it excites me enormously. You should definitely join our sci-fi club, Claire and Scott.
Good.
Very much
Thanks.
considering it.
Okay, but are there hazmat
Maybe we
suits?
should rename it the Adventure Club.
I think it's a good idea.
Yes, there is a hazmat suit there. There is.
One.
A hazmat.
There are 2 hazmat suits.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Now, do we put the tallest people in the hazmat suits, or do we?
Put 2 of the
Stack.
short people.
Is it?
There is also a small plastic container for biological samples that looks around the correct size for a canine.
Oh.
I think the GM's telling us we got a stack, guys.
No, I'm just giving you options.
There's a really good video game called Head Over Heels, guys. And what they do in Head Over Heels is there's a character called Heels who can run around. There's a character called
Yeah.
Head who can jump. And then they get on top of each other and they can solve puzzles together. Now, do you see what I'm saying here, guys?
We could solve puzzles together.
By climbing on top of
by
each other
climbing
in
on top of
suits.
Each other in a suit. Yes.
Back to Julie.
Thank God. I am okay with this.
Has anyone gotten into the cinema doing this? Because I've heard about it, but
You'd need a long coat, and I don't
Yeah.
have a long coat. But if we got one, or 2 rather, then we could.
we should try that sometime after this.
Let's see how this
Should.
works first.
Let's see how this goes first.
And also, then again, if we still have the bowling ball, we could use that to get into the cinema.
We could.
No, let's.
Okay,
Okay.
so you attempt to put on these suits. There is some hilarity and hijinks getting them working. You actually go for put one on top of another.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. So who's? So I'm guessing that.
Claire's on Scott's shoulders.
Yeah.
And Julie's on Ryan's.
Okay.
And we putting the dog in the container.
In the bios.
I hope it's got air holes.
It does.
Oh, good.
What kind of bio container is this?
Oh, sorry, no, it doesn't have air holes. It has a little
Has it?
like
a valve.
a valve
Okay,
with
okay.
O2 on the side.
All right, gotcha.
We're gonna get the dog high.
It's going to be a very hyperactive dog in a very small box. So somebody's got to carry that whilst balancing somebody else on their shoulders.
Wow. Okay.
This is the best plan ever.
Okay.
Out
could
of
go wrong?
interest, Like, is
Nothing.
the hazmat suit? Is it like a reflective surface over the front? Is it completely clear?
It's not reflective. However, there is a sort of dark sheen to it.
Okay.
If someone came up and inspected, there is also within there you can see that there's a series of sort of wires and so forth inside, and in the hand you can sense like a some sort of connection in the hand that you feel like you could do something with. You can see like on the finger and the thumb there appear to be small metal bits there.
Yes, do either of Julie or Claire try that? Because they're going to be the ones with the hands.
No, Claire is not going to fiddle with weird shit.
Julie is.
Yeah, I figured also.
You touch them together and
Yep.
you start to hear okay, we're moving into the main section of the ward now. We've taken the we're taking in the medical equipment. Okay, so we're sure that they've actually passed away. This Julie, you're the only one who can hear this. Yes, the two girls who were here before, they seem to have lost contact with the physical world.
And Judy stops listening.
Okay.
What's the hand?
Are you okay?
So, the useful thing first, Claire, if you do this with the finger and thumb, then you can hear what they're saying in their hazmat suits.
Oh,
Claire, do you do that?
yeah.
The bad thing is...
Yes, we're certain that they're dead.
Are you sure, Valerie?
I
you're
cannot see
definitely
any
dead,
sort
according to
of
that?
pulse. Such a shame, so young.
What they say?
Okay.
You know the two people that the receptionist was talking about,
Okay.
saying that they might be dead? They are.
You can't be sure about this. Maybe this is an extra life. You know, we just don't be
I
sure.
don't think you get actual extra lives.
Maybe you do. We never got glowing balls until now.
It's true.
Claire, we're going to be upset later. We really can. But right now, we just got to try because you know.
And we've got to go rescue the people that are still in there, like
Okay.
Wendy, and maybe there's other people.
We don't know what this thing can do. Maybe we can.
Maybe it can bring people who look like they're dead back to life. But
There's people who
either
like
way-
they die and they put them in coffins and they think they're dead, then they wake up. That happens. I've read that in
Then
horror
let's go.
books.
Let's go. Let's just
Let's
go.
do it.
Let's go.
I do like I'm trying to be
Really
comforting by quoting Lovecraft or whatever. So, yeah. Or Poe. So,
Point of order: we might want to put eye holes somewhere in the midsection.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are completely relying on
On left, right,
hopes and
Left a bit,
dreams.
right a bit.
nightmare style.
Yeah.
So everybody who is on the bottom level, can you give me a force check? Everybody
check.
who's on the top level, can you give me a balance check?
What's balance?
Yeah,
Uh,
balance doesn't
Sorry, body move.
move. Oh dear.
I get one success.
I
You're
get
fine.
no successes.
No point. I'm rolling 2 dice for that.
I got
My
one
God.
success.
Okay, so Ryan and Scott, you're fine. Julie and Claire, do you want to do anything to try and help with this? As in, do you want to do anything to re-roll, like take a condition, use luck, use pride?
Whilst this is very important, I'm not sure about my probability on with 2 dice.
Yeah, my probability isn't great with one, but I've got 4 luck points and I haven't used any of them, so I'm going to burn a luck point.
So it's like everyone's also got that. I think everyone apart from me's got their pride as well, which is an automatic success if you're really desperate.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
but
not
I
really
couldn't
relevant
really
at all.
justify my pride.
Yeah.
Under the circumstances.
I burnt mine on the dog.
So let's try re-rolling my one.
Still worth it. Still worth it.
Yeah. Lose a sister,
Nope.
gain a dog.
The
So,
old adage.
Yeah, I can't.
so these
I
two
can't
on
think
top,
again.
they like you keep them on there, but you can tell that they're swaying. You've basically got this sort of drunken stagger as you travel through the partition into the hospital, into the ward. The white lights of this ward kind of light up everything. It when you enter, you're coming into a short corridor that ends with a set of double doors that have closed. You can't hear anyone really in here. And glancing around, there is nobody in the immediate vicinity. There are, to your sides, there are 2 rooms which have an empty bed in either one, made up bed. It doesn't look like anybody's been lying in it recently, and the whole place has all those various signs that you would expect in a sort of hospital-y like building, and there is a sign on the door ahead of you that states this way to unidentified injuries, this way to how is it put? This way to not spillages. Like people who have come into contact with things. I can't remember the word.
Contamination?
Yeah, contaminations, and then a separate one for, it does say quarantines.
I'm
I
gonna
think
touch. See if we can hear anything.
Scalpel. Thank you. I'm making the incision in...
They're in some sort of surgery.
surgery on somebody.
Yeah, they state there that they go through a number of sort of medical things. I'm making the incision above the third rib. They'll go through a number of things, talking about how the blood seems normal. How
Maybe they're just eating barbecue.
Yeah,
Right,
those sounds
barbecue doesn't bleed.
very precise about their barbecue.
But then, is there any indication about surgery theatre on the signs or anything like that? Sorry.
no.
Okay. So if we
Right.
want to avoid them, then we just need to try to avoid anywhere where they might be doing surgery.
But we might have to go into the surgery if
Then,
they're doing it on somebody.
but worry about that when it happens.
Yeah.
Should we try quarantine?
I think contaminations might be easier to check first.
That's true.
Bless you.
Even though she's probably in quarantine. But we can check contaminations. So.
Okay.
What's the first one? Unexamined injuries.
Unidentified injuries.
Alright.
It's not really an injury though.
Which one's nearest?
They if you open the door, it comes into a longer corridor. The unidentified the three signs go to a series of lines going down the corridor. The unidentified injuries is just on the left, the quarantine is on the right, and the contamination continues the line all the way down to the end of the corridor.
Okay, maybe not contaminations first. Injuries?
Let's look at injuries.
Yeah.
Injuries might be nothing, and if so, we'll know pretty quick.
You walk down the corridor, swaying slightly from the lack of balance from Julie and Claire, and go into... you just push open the door to the injury section. A number of posters are on the walls about like health and safety posters, pretty much dot the whole place, talking about being careful when at work. And you can see it's like an open ward where there are people lying in beds and so forth, or people would be lying in beds and so forth. There is one person who is in here, and they are in some sort of side office. The door is closed and there are blinds here. They are wearing a doctor's outfit. She has a she's currently sitting behind a desk, and as you come in, she stands up and goes to the window and kind of watches you. And folds her arms.
Act natural, Julie.
I will make a look of looking around, looking to the other one, shake our head and
Long-term?
gesture out. In a kind of we took the wrong turn sort of body language effort.
Yep.
She motions to the door next to her, which is closed, and is like,
and then try and direct Ryan towards the door.
as you turn around, you can
Ryan,
just,
don't wave.
and as you sort of turn around to go back to the door, towards the door, she just looks at her watch, and
Wobbling out the door.
yeah, you womble out the door. The quarantine section is opposite there. It has a sort of sealed airlock system. You can see just looking at it. There is a sliding door on your side and a sliding door on the other. Both of them are currently closed.
Try these.
There is enough room for a person in this thing, or two if you squeeze up a lot.
We can squeeze.
It's
One
probably
on top of
better.
the other.
It allows you to support each other as a bit as well.
Yeah. So we don't fall through the airlock.
Yep, we tried to squeeze through.
You both squeeze into the thing.
All four of us squeeze.
Yeah, you hear from inside, as Ryan and Julie step in, they go to the front of the thing, and they see two, you can see what looks like an operating theatre, and a few other beds. The sort of operating theatre has a curtain that can be drawn around it, but there are two people set up on two metal beds on this operating theatre, with sort of cloths draped over them. Aside from one who has the cloth drawn down, and you can see blood coming from them as a pair of people in hazmat suits appear to have opened them. Claire,
Yeah.
I give you the option
Yeah.
if you would like to take the scared condition, if you believe it would make sense.
Yeah.
Cool. They, one of them kind of glances back at the door and then does a double take. Peter, you're meant to come through one at a time. Is Sydney with you?
Yeah. Trying to make her voice a bit deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate.
Julie, do you want to give me a charm check?
Yeah.
I am going to even say that this is difficulty 2.
Which means that I have to get 2 successes?
Mm-hmm. Changing your voice to someone else's.
I'm only rolling 2 dice. This isn't gonna work.
Oh god.
Adventure
Oh my
con-
god, that was so close. I got a 6 and a 5.
Oh.
Oh.
So, you can use your pride? Or a luck point to re-roll failed dice? Or you can push it by taking a condition to re-roll failed dice?
I don't think that's worth it. Cause
That doesn't seem worth it.
Have you
No.
used your pride before?
I've not used my pride before, but again, it doesn't seem like it's a relevant thing here.
Okay.
So I'm not going to use it here.
Okay.
So
It's
that
fine.
will
This is
just
going to go wrong at some point eventually.
everything going- yeah, exactly.
So the the person kind of prods the other person in the hazmat suit and motions towards the door, where you are. You slide it open, and Peter.
Yes.
Definitely.
I'm still rolling this, even though it's not working.
They kind of look at each other, and the person goes to move up to you, Julie.
Are they in the airlock, or can I slam the door?
You can. Like you were going to step out. They're not in the airlock. You can step back and slam it closed ahead of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or rather, kick right into stepping backwards and
wobble back.
The door.
Okay. All four of you are trapped in. Well, not trapped in this lock. You can go out the back.
I'm gonna
but
open up the back one.
Leave
Yeah.
leave the airlock. Leave that one open.
Yeah.
I think we've been made.
Leave.
I think.
Yeah, you leave it open, and you can see them kind of tugging on the one on the other side. It looks like there's a system.
Oh yes.
Amazing.
We leave this one open.
And they're trapped on the other side of the airlock, and now we run as much as we possibly can.
I think it might be time to disentangle.
Yeah. Transformers untransformed.
Helmet off.
Yeah.
All off.
Okay, so do you let the dog out as well?
Of course.
Yeah.
Who lets the
maybe.
dog out?
Ooh.
No, sorry. So you are 4 children and a dog in this corridor, and you can hear this banging from the airlock.
Running away from the autopsy scene.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
Contaminations.
contamination.
We
Quickly.
just calmly continue with our search.
Yeah. Glove
I think
mate.
we're running.
Quickly.
Yeah, I pull my
continue
gloves
on.
on and give me the bowling ball. I think we need to be ready.
Yep.
I am going to leave the scene there as we go to a quick break, and we are going to be right back, everybody at home. We will be back in 5 or 10 minutes, and until then, bye-bye. Hello, and welcome back to Roll Out, where we are playing Tales from the Loop. The children have entered a ward that is currently being a ward of the Community Health Authority, where they have snuck in wearing hazmat suits, trapped another pair of people who are in said suits behind a small airlock, and they are making their way towards an area specifically for contaminants and people who have been contaminated by said contaminants. They burst into a room. 2 double doors are flung open, and there is in front of them a series of beds with glass partitions between them. In one of the beds, glass partitions, and also what looks like a glass door that can come in front of each one. In one of the beds, you can quite clearly see, Scott, you see your sister lying there. She's wearing traditional blue hospital gown, and she is hooked up to a number of pieces of equipment that are still going beep. As you enter and burst in this room, the person in the hazmat suit standing next to her whips around and sees 4 children and a dog. What are you going to do?
I mean, I don't know about everyone else, but I'm probably going to jump straight in.
I think we just jump straight in. Yeah.
Are you going to just drag this?
Are we mobbing an adult?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
Pile on.
Can we tell Wayne Syntax Aragretzky to go for
Yeah.
the
Go for the iceberg. Go for the
yeah.
Attacking a grown-up is just dangerous.
It is.
Yeah.
Is Ryan?
Claire, can't you do some of your word thing and lure them away, and then I can bop them this. When I say bop the sister, I mean bop the sister, make her alive again.
I think Claire's frozen, really, under
Yeah,
the level
okay.
of trauma right
So
now.
we're in the worst experience.
Don't forget
Everybody
the
stop. Everybody stop. What are you all... so,
What do we actually?
actually, what I want is, on the count of 3, I want everybody who is going to charge forward to raise their hand on 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
I'm frozen in abject terror and trauma.
I would like... are all you 3 mobbing this person?
I think my objective is straight to the sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
The fact that
they're
they're there is almost immaterial.
Rush around.
I
Come
think
on,
Julie
Claire,
and Ryan
don't
are zerg rushing the adults to try and keep her away from.
Okay, can I have
Scott.
a force check from both of you? Or a force check from one of you with +1 help from the other.
Oh,
Scott.
okay.
You do it. I'll help you.
So I got 5.
Scott, you're going straight to your sister. I'm talking Julie and
Oh,
Ryan here.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Alright.
I think Ryan, you do the
have
bulk
lead.
of the.
In which case, force, yeah. In which case,
Yeah,
I got
force.
six dice.
Cool.
Yeah, I would have had 2, counting
Where?
the extra one.
2 successes.
Okay, so that
I don't even know who this is. I feel really sorry for them.
you
There were just 2 children standing in the way.
you can describe to me what you do with this person.
I would say we just sort of distract them. It's that kind of like that rushing around. You know, when you've got like a teacher being surrounded by children.
Oh yeah.
That.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
think-
I was thinking just basically physically be in the way between
Yeah. So, oh my
the
god!
adults and.
I'm just saying the only thing I could think is like, your suit is so cool. Where did you get it? This
Okay.
is just like
yeah,
the one out of ET. Have you seen
It's just like
ET?
the one out of E.T. Is that a communications thing on your hand? Oh, that's really cool.
And they
What's your
like
fa-
what you can hear from them is as they try to force their way past you, and you get in the way. Scott,
What's your favourite robot?
There's a really cool one in the school basement. It mostly does bits of cleaning, but occasionally it does bits of fixing things as well. Do you have any robots here in the basement? Here.
Scott, what
Can
is
we
Scott
have a
doing?
look?
If we've still got the ball in the bag.
Ryan has a ball and bag, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I do.
Can I have like taken it off him
Sure.
during the during that? Just passes it over, and I want to like open it up and put it against an arm.
Sure. Like you like all this is happening over there, and you frantically unzip this thing. Do you have the gloves on? I take it, or
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're at this point we're all prepared
You're
to be able
prepared.
to handle this thing.
yeah, and you press it up against her.
I told you I'd be back.
And she embraces you, she hugs you all the way, like just arms all the way around your body, and you just hear, in your ear, you hear a whisper. I thought it was a dream.
I thought it was too, but here we are. It's been a weird week.
And as she lets go of you, she looks to the side at the mess of Julie, Ryan, and the adult. What do you do? What do you all 3 do?
I think.
Is there anyone else in here? Is there any more victims?
There are no other victims in here.
Right. I think in that case we probably stop mobbing the adult, or at least I'm going to stop mobbing
We
the
got-
You
adult.
just run. I say,
Yeah, well,
Adventure Club, roll out.
Do you just run?
I think running is a good idea.
I think probably going to need to help Wendy on her feet if
Yeah.
she's been in a bed for however many days.
Wendy's meant to be here. She's fine.
She hasn't been training in ages.
You lot start to move out. You pull her. You pull Wendy with you, and although she's kind of woozy for a few seconds, she starts to trot and then run. And behind you, you see the person with the hazmat suit press their fingers together. You burst out into the
Run faster!
out of the ward into the outside, and there you see Jeff running towards you, and as Jeff runs towards you, you see 2 cars turn into the campus from the road.
Yeah.
Behind you there are open fields and residential areas and all that kind of thing, or you could stay where you are. Or
Scott,
would you like to
give me
run?
the ball. Don't ask questions, give me the ball.
Okay.
Ryan, what are you doing?
It's like, wait for the security guard to get close and say, and they're just sort of like, have you? And they just pull him and see if he drops.
I mean, you could do that, or we could just run into the field.
Okay,
Jeff has been a good mentor to
who
us.
is running now?
Claire is not going to be the first one to run, but she will follow. She's going to be pretty easily led right now.
Is Scott running? Is Julie running?
If Ryan doesn't look like he's gonna run with us,
Actually, I'll probably, if I see other people running, it's like, I thought I could stop him. Maybe this is a bad plan. Especially because of Julie's running, because Julie's the clever one. Claire running is just
At this
normal.
point, Julie's kind of stopped and was going, are you staying? Are you running? Because whichever one you go with, I'm going to go with.
No.
So we did it as we all wait for someone
Yeah,
else
we
to
did
make
it.
the
Somebody
choice.
to make a decision.
Okay, on 3,
oh,
I need someone to. If nobody runs, nobody
I'm
runs.
gonna run.
Scott, well, so if
Okay,
Scott's
Claire
running,
runs.
if Scott's running, I can't get the ball off him, so I'd probably have to run.
Yeah, good point.
Okay, Claire runs.
I'm going to run.
Run with
I'm going
Claire.
to snap at this point. I'm going to run. I'm going to choose it.
okay.
Bye.
Does anybody else go? Okay.
Hesitation.
Okay. Does anybody else run?
Yeah, Scott, are
Yeah.
you? Or
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
so,
Oh,
wait,
okay,
yeah,
right.
I was waiting for Scott to
Go.
answer.
I think it
Okay.
was all apparently dependent on Scott. So.
Very, very close behind you is this guard because you took.
So
That was a
long.
lot of dithering.
So
We did it hard.
behind you, you hear Jeff's voice, and you can start to hear the sounds of the vehicles behind you as well. Jeff is shouting, "Wait, come back! What were you doing in there?" All those kinds of questions.
Work experience.
I'm gonna need a move check from every single person.
I am rolling 1 dice.
Oh god, so am I.
I'm
Are
not
you-
That's a
worked up.
6!
Boom! Fear.
Right.
Two sixes.
Yes!
Oh,
Oh shit.
3 sixes.
Wow!
No.
I feel I should.
This boy is all legs.
Imagine Scott's thinking, I've got the basics for a really good running team here.
The sci-fi and track team. That's the...
Spurred on
We're the
by
adventure club now.
spurred on by the adrenaline and the fear and the shoutings of Jeff, you the scene is one of a sort of alleyway between buildings, overgrown hedges and long grass, and it's all calm until 4 children burst their way through with a dog next to them, charging through the grass.
4 children. Where's Wendy?
When Wendy is approaching 16, she will soon not be cool.
won't be able to hang out with us anymore.
And you burst through this grass, charging as fast as you can. Jeff probably hasn't run after much stuff for a while. His job is quite a safe one. And after about 10 seconds running through this grass, he slows, hands on his knees. And you see the cars pull up behind him, and some people get out of them, not running. You see them with suits on, but you are long gone. You're through this grass, straight to an open field on the other end, and then the back door of Sid's bursts open, and 5 children kind of go in, all like talking amongst themselves about what just happened.
Have we saved the day? I think we might have.
Yeah.
At least 1 out of the 3 people we've saved. This is pretty good going.
Yes.
Scott, do you have something I can wear? This is kind of open at the back.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry, there's
gym
a old,
gym kit. There'll be some gym kit.
Okay.
there's this old T-shirt, an extra large Jet Set Willy T-shirt that's left
Big
in the
blue
back.
thing.
Basically
Yeah.
the same as the gown.
Yeah, but also advertising a classic Spectrum gay.
Claire,
Mm-hmm.
like Wendy comes up to you. I'm guessing you know everything that was happening here. I'm guessing Scott told you about the other place that I was in. I wasn't alone there. There wasn't a cat. Valerie and Aisha were there as well.
Yeah, I know that one.
When you all came to save us, they got quite excited because they said that you... They said they were your friends, and it seems petty now, but I don't know who... sorry, what's your friend's name in this?
Michelle?
Yeah. I don't know who Michelle is, but they said they always liked you best. I guess that's the nature of what things were like when I was your age. They could tell that they were disappearing. They were fading away. They said that it meant a lot that you were trying, even though you didn't know maybe that they were there,
That was
That-
possible.
that you were trying to save people. They thought you brave. They just wanted me to say thank you to you.
Thanks.
She goes to give you like a soft hug, if you accept.
Yeah.
Um,
The marshes are a huggy bunch.
does anybody want to start a scene or anything like that?
No, the main question is what are we doing next, I guess.
we're gonna have to get home at some point.
We are going to be
Yeah.
in so much trouble.
The next scene, unless someone else wants to interrupt me on this, is Scott entering his house. Or Scott in his house, sorry. His sister having gotten changed. Your parents come home. And they see...
Good time at the hospital.
They come and they come into the front room and they see you and your sister there, and their faces just, they're not angry, they're not disappointed, They're elated, and they just rush in and hug your sister. And then after a few seconds, your mother releases your sister and just comes and hugs you. The next scene is not
Mum,
a
Dad,
cat.
We've got a dog.
Yeah.
By the way.
Would anybody else like a scene?
I'm gonna have to go home and face the music at some point.
I would say, like, imagine I try and encourage Julian to, accompany Claire home to make sure she's okay. Because I can't say anything to Claire. I've got literally no way of communicating with her, and I've sort of realised anything I say is the wrong thing. Like, especially things like, wow, you saw the inside of your friends open up today. That must be weird. I know that's the wrong thing to say.
I think that Claire would stop by school, and I'm going to talk to my anchor, even if it bunked off, who is the English teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Because despite the trauma at seeing her friends being autopsied, things which Claire is currently upset about includes her mother being absolutely useless and then deigning to act disappointed. There's so much mundane shit going on there. So.
Would you like to describe this scene?
She's going to come in like pretty shortly after school, so kind of at a time where she'd be able to catch the teacher. And I imagine that with her anchor, there's been a certain amount of Miss Hall. Did I write this down? Not there. Yeah, Miss Hall.
Yep.
Who's tried to get Claire to open up,
Mm.
and she hasn't. So she's going to wait until the classroom more or less is quiet enough for her to come in.
Miss Hall is there marking a few things. At the back is a quite a student that who appears to be in some sort of detention, but they usually just get detention for not doing homework, so they're sitting there doing it now.
Mm-hmm.
Claire.
Yes.
I didn't see you today. Sit down, please. Why didn't I see you today?
Well, a little bit of it is my friends. I mean, Bella and Aisha, they're in hospital, and that's been getting to me. And I've been making some other friends, which I think is good. But I got into a row with my mum last night, and things are kind of being really kind of bad. I mean, a little bit good, but different, and then really kind of bad. And I didn't want to face people who expect me to be something in school. I didn't want to be that today.
Okay.
I know that's not like it's a really important thing. I know I'm supposed to be in school, but I couldn't really be. I didn't really know how to be what people expect me to be today. And I didn't think I knew how to be what Mum would expect me to be today.
She smiles, nods along with what you're saying, and then she opens the drawer next to her, looks up at you. You have time, right? We can talk for a little bit.
Yeah.
That's why you're here. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say a few things, and then you can say some things back, and we'll start this conversation. Now I know sometimes for you, Claire, it's hard for you to stop talking. So how about you have this, and she reaches into the drawer and pulls out a curly whirly bar that's on the thing. You have that, and you let me talk until the point when you finish that, and then you can talk. And the camera pans away from the door as she starts talking about some of her experiences, not of childhood or anything like that, but how she's seen you and how she has perceived how you are acting. Julie, who is your anchor?
My mum.
When's the next time you see your mum?
It'll be later this evening when she gets back from work.
Okay. Would you like to describe a scene with her?
Yeah, go on. Let's see. Be later in the evening, probably about kind of 6:30ish, let's say. So Julie will be initially upstairs in her room. Kind of reading, might have music on in the background.
Your mother comes in, closes the door behind her, and kind of leans against the door with her hands behind her back. Julie, you're a smart girl. I'm not going to have that conversation with you.
Oh, just a very visible look of relief.
Win of the game.
Yes.
You're a reader. You read a lot of things. I'm going to get you a couple of books, and we don't have to have a conversation with them unless you want to. Now, I'm very happy to answer anything you want, but I could tell that's what you wanted.
Thanks, Mum.
And she walks forward and sits on your bed next to you. I think we have to talk about Ryan.
What about him?
I want to know about him. He seems like you said that he's amazing.
Certainly a word for it.
I am amazed.
A great many people are amazed by Ryan. He's new at school. He got here a few weeks ago. But yeah, he's really into all the sci-fi stuff and robots, and he does stuff with computers as well.
The camera pans away from your bedroom window as you start telling her about your new friend. Ryan, would you like a scene?
Actually, yeah, why not? I've got an idea. Ryan is just disturbed by he's been torn apart by his parents. He's quite angry, and he just went through it quite silently, said yes to everything, went to his room, started programming. And he's programming a graphic adventure. And this is his kind of way to sort of process it. And he sort of playtested this very simple graphic adventure he made. And it's like, and it's typed on the screen, it's like, you've got the magic treasure. What do you do now? Do you A, rest, B, take the treasure, immediately home? And he press A, rest. And then you take the treasure home next day and manage to save a third of the people in your kingdom. Then he runs the program again, and it's like same option, obviously. Choose to go straight home. Well done, you saved all the people in the kingdom. and he saves the program and puts it as essentially his diary of interaction fiction games. And he's very, very angry and upset with himself, as in we could have done better here. And that's his way of processing it.
Okay. Scott, would you like
And the game is called I'm Sorry, Claire.
Oh.
Weird.
The camera backs from your bedroom door as you save this file, this program to disk. and put it in your bag. Scott, would you like any other scenes?
Yeah. I'd like the following morning.
Okay.
And what day of the week are we at now?
We're on Thursday.
Okay. So I think I'm going to get up early. I'm going to make sure that I'm the first one at everyone's doors. But the last door that we go to will be Ryan's, I think. And I think with everyone gathered there, when he comes out in the morning, I want to say, first of all, thank you to everyone for helping me through this, because I definitely couldn't have done it without you. But this also isn't, like, it doesn't end now. The way I see it, we've got some really weird things going on in this town, and I think we're the only ones who understand it. And I think it's come up a bit, but I think Ryan maybe has something that he'd want us to look into next.
Also, we still have the ball.
Yes.
We do still have the ball.
I do. And I've also made these, and I passed out the membership cards I've cut out. I could go print these better, but these are Adventure Club membership cards. So here's one for Julie, here's one for Claire, here's one for Scott. And there's no adventure too big for us to solve, except really big adventures for higher level adventurers.
That's fine. We'll solve those later.
Yes.
And Julie puts the card in her blazer pocket.
If we get in trouble, we're going to get to school. We're going to get in trouble when we go to school, aren't we? Again.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, that's definite.
That's definitely going to happen. It's fine.
A number of scenes play out on the screen. The first is the camera panning by a sandwich board with the a photo of the janitor being led away by the police, with the words "janitor sacked for stash of F found in office, replaced by robot." Another newspaper on the stand says MacArthur Applied Technology Park undergoes change in management. And then a third one that says children thrown out of cinema for smuggling friends under coat.
Never works.
Finally, the camera fades to black and comes back in Ryan's room, where his computer is sitting there. And it zooms in on the screen, and the cursor appears. And it just says, "Ryan, it's Lucas. Can you hear me?" Black. Thank you, everybody, for Tales from the Loop.
Oh, that was great.
Excellent.
That was brilliant.
Team hug.
So, Julie, what did Julie get out of that this week? Aside from a new group of friends.
Oh.
Mostly a new group of friends, to be honest. That's the biggest thing that she's got out of this week. But also, she's now got adventures to do, mysteries to solve, new things to look into.
Okay. What about Ryan?
Ryan's learnt he can give someone a piggyback longer than he thought possible. He's got somebody who can walk a dog in the morning. You know, he's very excited about new dog friends. He thinks he understands Claire better, but isn't quite sure I can possibly express it. And he's a member of an adventure club. And also he's learned crushing guilt of not being able to save everybody, a bit like Peter Parker.
What about Claire?
The really, really bad stuff is really, really horrible. But the stuff that's almost harder to deal with is the little things like family and the little normal everyday stuff. And having friends who you know you can trust helps with that. Because Michelle is unreliable as fuck.
What about Scott?
He's got a new team, and one that he doesn't feel where he always has to put on kind of he doesn't need to try to be the best at everything. I think maybe when he's in his sports team, he's under a bit more pressure to try to be great at what he's doing. But I think when he's with the group, he's probably a bit more able to, I don't know, go with the flow of the group, let other people do things, fail, and he got his sister back, which is the best outcome that he could have hoped for.
Cool. Well, thank you everybody at home for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure to play this. Thank you very much to Mediphius, who sent me this game, and I've really loved playing it. I'm guessing the rest of you have as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brilliant.
This probably won't be
Up a copy.
yeah. This probably won't be the final time I do this. It feels very much suited to short games, and season 2 I'm sure will happen at some point.
It does sound like we've got a sequel hook in here now.
I don't know if it'll be if you lot want to join or if you wanna tag out, that's absolutely fine either way. But for now, we're gonna say goodbye to Emily. Goodbye to Kieran. Goodbye to Kath. And goodbye to Rackham.
Bye bye.
And
for the
goodbye to Oz the cat.
Yep. And for the final time on Roll Out Tales from the Loop, we are going to roll out.